to ask questions live or submit them ahead of the event. We will begin with pre-submitted questions. First question is for anyone from Acend and comes to us from Valorant Spa. A month ago, Acend faced defeat 3-1 in a head-to-head battle against Team Liquid. Will that experience be helpful in preparing for your upcoming matchup?
Yes. Okay, since I'm the only one that likes to answer these kind of questions, I just wanted to say yes. And our team is very well prepared. After the loss of against Team Liquid, it could go either way. Our loss was it gave us a lot of experience, and I will send that question to Bonkold so he can answer again. Thank you.
Yeah, we faced them and we lost to Liquid 1-3. But I really feel like the things that we have been polishing the last few weeks, I actually feel like we stand a really heavy chance to actually beating them. We're going really confident in the matchup, and you're going to see a prime team Acend beating Liquid tomorrow.
Thank you.
Sheesh.
Thank you. Next question goes to CNED from Upcomer. Is there anything you'd like to see changed in the next year of competitive Valorant?
Maybe more lanes, the World Cup. It's good to see international team fighting each other. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Shile.
Thank you. Next question goes to anyone from Acend. Considering the latest release of Chamber, do you think he's strong enough for VCT? Is your team willing to play it in the near future?
We almost played it against Vivo Kids. I mispicked him, so it was a close, but I think it's a very strong champion, very useful traps, very useful TPs, like it's very strong, and I think we will see him 100% the next year.
Thank you. Next question is for Zeke from Run It Back. Do you feel the support of the Polish community of champions? How would you rate the involvement of Polish fans?
I would rate it 11 out of 10. I think Polish fans are really strong, even though there's not much of them. I think like Polish scene is still in CS, it's all over CS. And I appreciate every Polish fan that switched to Valorant and is, cheering us for me and Starks at Valorant Champions. I could see the support. Even the viewership is like in the peak of everything right now, and I feel like we might even grow the scene bigger because of our results. And just wanted to say, Polska Guru, thank you very much.
Thank you. Next question is also for Zeke from the Spike GG. You played almost all agents available in the game. I hope your Killjoy is waiting for the grand finale.
There was plans for me to play Killjoy on this tournament, but unfortunately, it didn't go well. So I'm very sad that because Chamber will be available in competitive play after Champions, I will need to actually play 2 more agents. So probably I'm switching to Sentinel next year. I think the team has already decided that. So
I'm
see you next year,
guys. So any team, please send DM.
Thank you. Next question goes to Bone Cold from Cybersport PL. It was a pretty solid victory by Team Liquid at the Red Bull home ground. The stakes here are much higher. What are some things taken from that loss specifically that Acend has worked on to ensure a different outcome at Champions?
I mean, I feel like we've been just working a lot on our fundamentals and our communication. I feel like just in-game wise, I feel like we have everything to beat them or beat like any team in the world. But going against specifically Liquid, I really feel like they can be very easily readable on certain maps. And I feel like this matchup will heavily favor us. We're going extremely confident into the game. And I don't know, there's a lot of things Liquid can do against us. We've been preparing a lot, and it's going to be a nice matchup for us. Thank you.
Thank you. Our final pre-submitted question goes to CNED. How would you like to see Turkey have its own region in VCT 2022?
I think Turkey has a own slot in the next year. I hope, because there's a lot of talented players, and I want to play against them.
Thank you. We will now open the floor for questions. Please use the Zoom hand raise feature if you would like to ask the question, and we will call on you when it is your turn. Please address your question to a player or players. First question from Upcomer.
Hi guys, congrats on reaching the semis. Acend is one of the teams that hasn't played Fracture yet. I'm just wondering what you guys think of the map.
Even though we haven't played Fracture yet on official games, I feel like our Fracture is very. We played a Fracture on like a month ago, but like not with our all the new stuff. I think we only played it 1 week after the release. But right now our Fracture looks really strong, and the only reason why we haven't played it yet because every team was either banning it or leaving bind behind. So we had to like either pick bind or something. Only against Team Secret, we had like our map pool specifically picked for them. So that's why we haven't picked Fracture, even though they banned bind. But we are ready to pick it whenever, still in the tournament and in the near future.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. Next question from The Click.
Hey guys, congratulations on making to the semifinals. I'd like to know your thoughts on Crew Esports. I mean, obviously nobody expected them to go on this monstrous run that they are currently on. And so what do you think of the team? How do you think they performed thus far? And and whether they have the potential to actually make finals.
Kilas, you should take this one.
Okay. On some days ago, like in another interview on Spanish community, I think I said if they play like on Prax, they can win the whole tournament. And I strongly believe that. Like they're insane players, they're insanely good, but sometimes on the stage they're getting a little bit of nervous, But if they continue like this, they probably can beat Gambit easily, I think.
Thank you. Next question from One Tap Valorant.
Hey, Bone Cold, my questions to you. You mentioned in a press conference a couple of days ago that you're seeking revenge on Liquid from Red Bull. Now that the match day is closer, how are you feeling? Are any nerves kicking in, or?
I mean, there's absolutely no nerves. I feel like I think I've been on Terror for the last few weeks. I feel like the whole team has come together in the nick of time, and I feel like we have everything that it takes to take down the full honeymoon Liquid. So I really just feel that that we are the strongest team right now in this world tourney. I feel like we will easily beat Liquid tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question from Esports GG.
Hello, this is addressed to the team. Last time at Last Chance qualifiers, you guys played Liquid very close. The games were divided by 2 rounds each. How do you guys react to those close game situations, especially now that you're in Champions?
Of course, that's me answering. So I think we grow as a team from last time. I think we were like known for our choking even before like choking against 100 Thieves, and we also showed it a little bit against Envy. But because we grown as a team from all these months playing with each other, these like close results don't really matter to us. We always know when to take a pause and when to take deep breaths and cope with the pressure. So we are right now at a very good mental state. This doesn't matter for us if we are like even losing 12-8. We know that if teams can do it against us, we can also come back against them. So that's basically my answer.
Thank you. Next question from Upcomer.
Hi, there's been a couple issues with rulings over the course of the tournament with the illegal Cypher cam and the jet box jump. overall, what's been your experience with the Valorant officials, referees? How have they been over the course of the tournament?
I feel like Riot has actually done an extremely good job during this tournament. I feel like their decisions have been fair. They've been public about it. We've had even some Corona cases where they set up like an extremely good environment, like in our hotel where we played from. And I feel like at the end of the day, Riot has done like a really good job during this tournament with all the difficulties you could say they've had.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question from One Tap Valorant.
This question is to anyone from the team. Cloud9 Zeppa said in a press conference that Europe is not that far ahead from NA as a region. What are your thoughts on that statement?
Anyone? So I think that NA, underperforming on this event was just a fluke, and I feel like his words were right. Like, NA showed us like really close Valorant. They had some pretty like strong, hard groups. Every group got basically like upset, but I feel like, just Sentinels losing very close match against Crew, and Crew is right now is in semifinals. So that was really unfortunate for them. The other teams also had very like close games, losing in draws. So I feel like even though like EMEA had a stronger result, and you can call them like call us better, as a region right now. I feel like in the future, if NA teams will just start working a little bit harder than they are right now, like all the streaming and stuff, they will be as strong as us right now, and everything will be all right for them. I think, like I said before, it was just a fluke that they underperformed so hard and they flopped.
Yeah, thank you.
Esports GG, did you have another question?
Yes, I did. Hello again. So this one's for CNED and Zeke. You guys are in the top 10 in most metrics at this event. What has allowed you guys to perform so well and find so many kills?
CNED, go first.
I'm trying to do my job. I'm not caring about killing people. I'm just going first, and if I kill, I kill. If I don't, my team, I trust my teammates to kill them.
Yeah, I already said in multiple interviews that for me it's just like not caring about the environment I'm playing in. I feel like there's no difference with my performance playing on LAN or online. I always just like forget. I get into the zone on stage and I just forget about everything that's happening around me. I don't look at my opponents as in front of me. I don't just I empty my mind and set zero expectations for myself. I just play like I want, and also I really care deeply about the team. When everyone is performing really good, I also perform much better. So that's how I basically just work with the situation.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question from One Esports.
Hi, this question is for CNED. Before your match against Team Secret, Dubstep shared that you were the reason why he plays Jet. How do you think he played in the tournament, knowing that his playstyle was probably inspired by your own?
He played well. He's a really good player. I really appreciate, he said that, because I think he's really humble player as well, because no one going to say something like that. I don't know. I don't know what to answer this question.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question from Upcomer.
Question for anyone. So obviously Liquid's still undefeated since they added Navira. As pro players, does it give you kind of extra fuel to the fire to kind of break that streak, or does it give you extra satisfaction if you're able to beat them and also end that streak?
Maybe we could answer it together, guys, and instead of just one.
Starkly answer this.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I will start. Honestly, I don't think we look at our opponents like who they are. We don't think who we play against. We just play to do our job, and we don't really care about their win streak. We had our own win streak before, and we lose it. So we're just gonna play our game and show what we're capable of. Thank you.
True. And also, we are very much motivated to, the first team that beats the brothers in the game. So, that makes us work harder and be even more hyped for the match.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everything is kind of boiling down to the last moments. I feel like like Team Liquid, in my opinion, is going to be kind of the final game. I feel like Liquid and us are the strongest two teams here. So it will be extremely satisfying to, of course, break their win streak. And after that, I feel like the game in finals would be we would have a lot more like fuel and confidence going in there as well. So it's really a win-win situation right now. Whatever happens against Liquid, but we're there to break down the what is it, their streak.
What? What are we waiting for?
All right, next question from One Tap Valorant.
This question is to all of you. A lot of the regions have stepped up since Reykjavik. Did you expect that going into this tournament?
No.
What was the
No.
part that I didn't hear?
No, not at all. I feel like it's a very pleasant surprise that every region just stepped up so much, and I think it's very healthy for the game that the other regions are also competitive, even though it's like the first Valorant year. So maybe like in upcoming years, the like EU and NA will grow stronger. But I really hope it will be the other way, and the other regions will still be very much competitive and can get those nice results, against the more known teams or like the better regions that people say.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question from Upcomer.
Acend, you mentioned the possibility of like a World Cup type of tournament in the future. So question for you or for anyone really, if you could put together an all-star team from each individual country and pitted them against each other, which do you think the strongest country would be?
Of course, I'm from Turkey, and I would say Turkish. I mean, there's a lot of talented players, but as I said, they can't be a team. Actually, if they can be a team, I think they are really strong region. I put first Turkey, then maybe Brazil. I think second, 3 Poland.
No, not Poland, not Poland. Like obviously, I think the first regions would be like USA. Not regions, but countries like USA, Canada, probably like Brazil, even Russia. All these teams because they already have like super strong players that were playing together and have some like synergy. That's the word. I don't think Poland we would stand really much chance against some other countries, but yeah, I cannot really rank any. Just Belgium seems really nice with Scream, Nivera, David P. All these players. Except I don't know the other last two.
All I want to say if a World Cup would ever come is that like we have so many powerhouse players in different teams in EU, so we've been just saving our power for now. So if 5 Finns would come together in a World Cup, there would be absolutely no chance for the rest of the world. I'm sorry.
Got it. Finland #1. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Next question from Esports GG.
Hello, this question's addressed to Bone Cold. You guys have played teams from other regions in the group stages in the first round of playoffs. How does it feel calling a game against a team from your own region as compared to the other regions?
I feel like when you play against teams from other regions, you really want to focus on just playing like how you normally do in practice and play your own game. I feel like when you play against like teams from your own region, I feel like there's there's a factor of like maybe overthinking or like just overanalyzing like the enemies. But I feel like I've learned my lesson from the like previous games and tournaments. I feel like we're just gonna go out there and just play our own game against Liquid, against anybody else, and I'm 100% sure that that's going to be more than enough to beat any team in the world.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any further questions? Esports CG, did you have another question?
No, sorry.
Okay, no worries. All righty. Well, that will conclude our scrum for today. Please stand by for the next press conference, which will begin shortly. Thank you so much, Acend, for joining us, and please stand up to take a group photo.
Thank you for your time, guys.